Hey guys, John from SurfFX, and today we're looking at the new Cabrinha series foils. This is the H Mark II and the new hollow mast, which is pretty cool. One of the most important things about this is their construction. So these guys use a pre-preg construction, and it allows them to use the exact amount of resin, so you're not getting you're not flexing resin, you're trying to flex carbon, which keeps it a bit stiffer. The mast, hollow mast, is what it says it is. It is a hollow mast. So they're manufactured with basically an airbag inside, similar to how they would make mountain bike frames, stuff like that. And it gives you two skins, and the skins are what give a lot of rigidity. So you're able to get exceptional stiffness with having the two double layer design, pre-preg keeping it stiffer again, and as a bonus, it gets a lot of weight out of it because, well, there's air inside, not just a whole bunch more resin and carbon. So it's a very stiff setup. They've got a similar shape to what they had previously, where it's wide and stiff down the base. In the middle, where there's the most drag, when your mast is down low, it's kind of scalloped out, and then it's nice and stiff back again at the top. But their masts were never draggy before, so that's good to see that again. But yeah, this will stiffen it up heaps. So good to see. So wings, the H series Mark II. They've taken a lot of material out of it, so it's very thin, very reduced in its profile to keep it fast. They're chasing efficiency, they're trying to decrease drag, they're going for speed with this. Really, this is a bigger one, this is a 1050. Smaller sizes, quite fast kite wings, like 850 and smaller, like fast, just fast. And for towing, and then the bigger sizes, the 1050, fine for medium-sized guys winging, or kind of intermediate wingers. And then there's bigger again, I think they go up to 1350 or 75. There's a much bigger one too, for lighter wind or bigger guys. But the connection that they use, where the mast comes into the actual wing, so the wing is quite long, it goes all the way to the back here, that keeps it very stiff. So you don't have any real connection point up here where would normally be a mast head on a fuselage head on some of them, different setups. So you've got just carbon wrapped in, the weave is connected, keeping it stiff. That's a really good way to keep the torsional flex out of this stuff, is to have it as one piece. They've chucked a bolt through the middle, and then you've got bolts through the bottom. But it's a very deep connection on that mast, and it's not really any kind of source of flex at all. Through the back end, you've got different tail options. This one's fitted with an alloy tail, but you've got a little bit of a tail fuselage here. You can do a carbon one, and then you've got a few different tail wings. But really what the main thing is, that new wing. So they actually tank tested these wings. These were tank tested at a facility in, I believe it's in Europe, where they basically just pay to use it like they would use a wind tunnel, but it's with water, to get the water flow over these and just nail it and just work out what's going on with it in slow motion cameras and things like that. What they found was that when the wingtip comes up to the surface or breaches, it draws air and cavitates, pulling that air down the length on the bottom of the wing, reducing all the lift. So you breach up this way, and then suddenly it rolls that way, and this side tries to come up and stab you. Good fun. So what they worked on was tip design. So you've got a little bit of a flip to the tip, but you've also got it on the bottom. There's a difference. You can really feel the foil, and it's quite concave through that tip section. So when the tip comes up, it fights that cavitation, so it helps keep that water from getting drawn down there and lets it reconnect back down to the water without drawing air all the way down, cavitating and throwing you off. So that's really nice to see that's coming through. We're starting to get some crazy tech, and the engineering and the testing behind it with things like tank testing products, as opposed to just having guys ride them. It's starting to really come through with products, particularly from guys like Cabrinha, and it's really making the sport better and much easier to do. Something I wanted to mention, the T-nuts on this. Okay, so the T-nuts, guys are going to go, what is this? The T-nuts are very unique for Cabrinhas. Any T-nuts will work. Don't worry about that, and they'll work in all boards. But they've got a little piece between them, this little rod between them. And what that does, so you, and a grub screw on the front one. So you can put the T-nuts in your board, snug up the grub screw, and then the back one will always be in the right spot. So it's not going to flop around, it's not going to fall out. So you can take your foil off your board, not have to worry about your T-nuts jumping out and finding them when you're mowing the lawn next time. They really stay in there. So that's such a nice little thing. You know, this innovation, it's the little things that are starting to make this good.